Thought Cafe presents 10 warning signs you should end a friendship. As much as we all want our friendships to last forever, the truth is that sometimes they simply don't work out. Whether it's because of changing priorities, growing apart, or toxic behavior, there are a variety of reasons why a friendship may no longer be serving us. So in this video, I want to share some of the key warning signs that may indicate it's time to move on from a friend. Number 1. They only take, ask a lot, and only give a little or nothing at all. It's natural to want to help out a friend when they need it, but when it becomes a one-sided relationship where you're constantly being asked for favors without any reciprocation, it's a red flag. It's important to remember that healthy relationships involve give and take. If your friend only takes and never gives back, it can make you feel used and unappreciated. And if you're constantly giving without receiving, it can lead to resentment and burnout. It's okay to set boundaries and say no when you're not comfortable with something. And if your friend can't respect that, it's a sign that they may not have your best interests at heart. It's also okay to evaluate the relationship and decide if it's worth continuing if it's causing more harm than good. Number 2. They don't show interest or ask about the details of your life. It can be disappointing when you want to share things with someone, but they don't seem to care or listen. When someone takes the time to ask about your day or listen to your stories, it shows that they value you and your friendship. On the other hand, if your friend consistently shows no interest in your life, it can be a sign that they are not invested in the friendship. It's important to feel heard and understood in a friendship. And if your friend isn't making an effort to listen or engage with you, it may be time to reevaluate the relationship. While it can be hard to let go of a friendship, it's important to remember that you deserve to have friends who value you and your experiences. Number 3. They promise a lot, then give lots of excuses and show very little action. When someone repeatedly makes empty promises and offers excuses instead of taking action, it can be a sign that they're not reliable or trustworthy. In any healthy friendship, it's important to be able to rely on each other and follow through on commitments. If your friend consistently makes promises but fails to follow through, it can make you feel disappointed, let down, and even hurt. Ultimately, a friendship that lacks follow-through can leave you feeling unfulfilled and drained. If you find yourself constantly disappointed and let down by your friend's empty promises, it may be time to move on and focus on building relationships with people who are more reliable and trustworthy. Number 4. They are a reckless companion and are only there for drinking, partying, and roaming around at night. Having friends who are always up for wild adventures can be a lot of fun, but it's important to recognize when their behavior becomes reckless and potentially harmful. The problem with these types of friends is that their restless and agitated mental state can be contagious, leading to constant desires and a compulsive need to engage in risky behaviors such as partying and gambling. Gautam Buddha identified 6 ways of squandering wealth, including being reckless through intoxication, roaming the streets at inappropriate times, habitual partying, compulsive gambling, bad companionship, and laziness. A reckless companion typically engages in several of these behaviors, putting themselves and those around them in danger. The dangers associated with reckless behavior are numerous, ranging from quarrels and loss of wealth to susceptibility to illness and addiction. If we continue to associate with these types of friends, we may find ourselves becoming increasingly involved in their dangerous behavior and ultimately putting our own well-being at risk. Number 5. They are extremely critical of you. Having a friend who is always critical can be really tough to deal with. While constructive criticism can be helpful at times, constant negativity and criticism can take a toll on our mental health and self-esteem. If your friend is always pointing out your flaws and shortcomings, it can be a sign that they're not really interested in supporting you or building you up. It's natural to want to be around people who make us feel good about ourselves and encourage us to be our best selves. If your friend is constantly tearing you down, it may be time to reevaluate the friendship. Number 6. They thrive on constant drama. If your friend seems to always be involved in some kind of drama, whether it's with their romantic partners, friends, or family members, it can be a sign that they're not really interested in building healthy relationships. Constant drama can be draining and stressful, and it's important to prioritize our own mental health and well-being. It's worth considering whether this friend adds value to your life, or if their constant drama is actually detracting from your happiness and peace of mind. If you find yourself constantly getting caught up in their drama or feeling drained after spending time with them, it may be time to let go of this particular friendship. Number 7. They manipulate and try to control you. If you feel like your friend is constantly trying to control your behavior, thoughts, or feelings, it can be a sign that they're not really interested in respecting your boundaries or your autonomy. Manipulation can take many forms, such as guilt-tripping, gaslighting, or emotional blackmail. It's important to prioritize your own well-being and to surround yourself with people who respect and support you. If your friend is constantly trying to manipulate or control you, it may be time to distance yourself from the friendship. Number 8. When you have grown and changed. If you find that you have grown and changed in ways that no longer align with your friend's values or interests, it may be a sign that it's time to end the friendship. This can be especially true if you feel like your friend is holding you back or dragging you down, rather than supporting and encouraging your growth. It's important to surround yourself with people who inspire and motivate you, and who encourage you to be the best version of yourself. If you feel like your friend is no longer fulfilling that role in your life, it may be time to move on and seek out new connections and friendships. Number 9. If you feel drained and exhausted. If you consistently feel drained or overwhelmed after spending time with your friend, it may be a sign that the friendship is no longer healthy or beneficial for you. Remember that friendships should be a source of support, positivity, and joy in our lives. If you feel like a friendship is consistently leaving you feeling drained or unhappy, it's okay to let it go and focus on cultivating relationships that are more fulfilling and nourishing for you. Number 10. When you don't trust your friend anymore. Trust is an important foundation of any relationship, and when it's lacking, it can lead to feelings of uncertainty, insecurity, and stress. If you find that you don't trust a friend, it may be worth examining why. Is it because they've done something to break your trust in the past? Or is it a general feeling that you can't quite put your finger on? Whatever the reason, it's important to listen to your instincts and honor your feelings. Remember, it's never easy to let go of a friendship, but sometimes it's necessary for our own well-being and happiness. If you're experiencing any of these warning signs in a friendship, it's important to take a step back and evaluate whether it's still a healthy and positive relationship for you. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a video.